Last time on Final Fantasy 16, we made it to Dalamil. Turns out our brother was here, though he did not meet us. We did not meet him. We almost did. That didn't happen. Really frustrated by that. We also beat up some well-looted guards and some back alley brawlers here on our way to meet the Desert Hare.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Furder?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord.
Lord
A fitting
Furder?
talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the Men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That
And
isn't
they
my
wouldn't have
decision
much
to make.
choice. Much
Our work is
chance.
done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
What is with all the names of
Lock
these
of Leisure.
places? And are we not going to go to the smithy after all this? It's nearby, it's right there.
Kneaded to a silken softness, like eating a
Once you go
powder
flat,
crust.
you'll never go back. Okay, some of these things actually look really good, and I would love to be eating them right now.
The most fragrant herbs and
The finest fabric.
Is this the place?
This
Who
being
was
the
forged?
blacksmithery.
The Briar's Kiss.
So it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it.
Just for that? No.
Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second.
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity?
Trust?
Why, trust.
I
Everyone
thought it.
knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I too have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
You didn't look that busy. You were sitting here
Let's
twiddling your
leave this
thumb.
mummer to his farce.
By all means, find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
I really do feel like we could
So,
just take on the
What do we
soldiers
need
of
to
the
do
gate.
to earn your trust?
Like, they can't be that hard to fight.
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants.
Within reason.
Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age?
Watch it,
But
mate.
enough of the pleasantries. We were
Definitely
speaking
not
of
5
what I
times your
want.
age now.
I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble?
That's a very
If
vague.
you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you.
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies.
He called you an old
A
man.
word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
I want to slap him.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle.
Follow the crystals.
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil.
Apparently not. For the best drop in Dalamil, visit the final thing. What can I do you for, Mr.
Excuse me.
Merchant?
Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
Okay. My first thought is that it's probably the Walid. But it could also be the Men of the Rock taking extra crystals for Kupka.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The Men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
Well, that's true. Come on, Torgal. Let's go show our uncle that the young men still have it.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
You wouldn't believe how much he gave me.
Orders then, eh?
What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
Oh my.
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the Men of the Rock and the Men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything.
I
of use.
don't.
He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
Take a sniff, good sir. You'll be transported.
I'm gonna ignore that.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
Some out of town.
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture.
Sorry about
What
that.
do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
What? What's our uncle up to?
Huh?
He's talking to the man of the rock.
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
Your uncle is getting information the way he knows how as a merchant. Byron, what have you been
Care
doing?
to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside
Uncharacteristic
and said they could
indiscretion.
procure the
I
crystal
don't think
sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd asked for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you
500,000
That
gil.
the supply of crystals has dried up of
That's
late.
a lot.
And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
I just assumed they were getting paid
We'll
well
meet
as
with
man
them
of the rock. But...
Just as you arranged. And put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face.
You're taking this a little too personally.
I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour.
Of
Yeah,
course.
that's probably gonna happen. Because they're probably gonna try and rob you.
Why is the tavern shut?
What was all that crashing and banging about?
Okay, well. Out of town we go into the southern Velcroy Desert. There we go, we're outside of town, enough to get on a brochure, and away we go. If you see any blue chocobo, let me know, because they are good for AP. Oh!
Straight home now.
I thought I remembered you being able to do something like that. Wait, you're running away? Okay, that's unfair. One to go.
Give me thunder!
There we go. Okay. Brendo.
Faster!
We have some dunes to climb. Get up. Let's go. Well, there might be something in the shade there. It felt like a good place to have something, but nope. Okay, is this place down those cliffs or is it up here somewhere? And
I'll
how
take it
much of a
from
trap is
here.
it going to be? Oh, they actually do have crystals. And a lot of them.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
You know what? I just want to double check. Nope, it doesn't have it. I thought it might tell me what talents are at this point. I guess not.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
From Wally.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get
What
all
a
that?
neat
They're in
little,
cahoots.
So it would seem.
what a neat little scam
My
you got
lord.
going here.
What is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both.
You can try. Yeah, so, you should know that Clive doesn't like people who betray others.
It's over.
It's not over yet, Uncle.
It's close enough.
Good. I'm just getting warmed up.
You know what? Take a stone fist to the face. Okay, we're gonna have to go deal with that.
this one.
Get him, boy. And boom. And zap.
Waken wins.
Oh, okay, you're still not done? Come on, bird. I don't take pleasure in doing this to you. But, you know, you're trained to fight, and so you're trained to die. That's how you finish a fight. I really like that move.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
A little bit overdone.
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
I mean, not everyone has the funds to do that, but my uncle does.
The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is.
Yeah, well, we like beating things up.
Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon.
Aren't these gonna attract a bunch of monsters? Sometime later, I got it. Knew that was gonna come up.
It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Did.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the south gate, was it not?
That was it.
To tell the
That
truth,
it was.
you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
Just a little.
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
He's doing it to get a rise out of you, mate.
Here, wear this.
And it's gonna be the symbol of Lubar. The Desert Rose.
Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
That's a way to phrase it.
Omia Lostelan. Tu Isakelis.
Interesting. So the souls are basically ours, but they are magical?
I'm trusting you, Sid.
And there's a
Or
phrase
should
that
I
you can
say
use to send them somewhere?
Clive? So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold.
Yes, good. Owls capable of transmitting the thoughts of others, specifically those with whom they are attuned. In response to an ancient incantation, their liquefied bird eyes store these thoughts in the form of aether, allowing them to pass on as and when required, though only to the intended recipient. Solaces are mainly kept by royals, nobles, and other figures of authority for the purpose of sending secret or urgent messages, and are seldom available to common folk. The incantation, O Mia Lostalan Tu Isag Elif, can be loosely translated as, My will is now thy burden, ne'er cleft our bond shall be. Interesting.
Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Is that your pleasure? Yeah.
Let's go.
Quest complete. We need another 15 for the next reward. Okay. Well, with that, we're going to call it up there. Next time on Final Fantasy 16, looks like we have some side quests to do in Dalamel. See you then.